Speaking of shitty John Fisher here, I'm gonna rip this band-aid off. Matt Chapman comes back to the Bay, but not
Yeah,
with the
welcome
A's.
home.
Not with
Kinda.
the A's.
No, kinda. he he's in the media market again. Welcome back.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, look, I may catch a Giants game here and there if it's on TV in the middle of the inning. I'm not gonna watch it from beginning to end, but Matt Chapman did agree to come back to San Francisco to partner up with his old chummy manager here, Bob Melvin. Matt Chapman signs a 3-year, $54 million with 2 years of opt-out. So he could leave next year if he wants to, but I have a feeling he's gonna stay for a little longer.
Yeah, it depends. It really depends on how he plays.
Yeah,
Well, if he
If he
balls
thinks he can get
out,
more money,
yeah,
yeah.
if
If
he
he balls
balls
out,
out, yeah.
if he balls out, he's opting out to try to get more money.
sure.
And God bless you. Get paid.
Yep.
Uh, yeah. I'll tell you what. It makes paying attention to the Giants a little bit easier this year with Matt Chapman and Bob Melvin there.
I
It's
agree.
yeah, like it's it's gonna be rough. I
It's just
just I
a it's
wish
also a weird like a weird I don't know, paradox? No, what would you call it? A weird
a paradigm, I guess. I don't know.
paradigm. Yeah, where it's just
Not for
like
me. I
what
mean, honestly, this does not give me this does not add any ounce of percentage that I'm going to watch Giants or become a Giants fan or root
Right.
for the story. This does nothing. I will never watch or support anything Giants, even if they have Bob Melvin and Chapman and other former A's players. The Giants contributed to the A's exiting. Like, I'm sorry, you can't convince me that the Giants ownership group is sad that the A's are leaving.
Right.
Oh yeah, of course not.
So they are the other owners that unanimously supported John Fisher on this reckless move, bullshit relocation potential to Las Vegas.
Right. No,
And it's
I mean
because all these other shit owners are doing the same thing.
the basically what I'm saying is I'm not going to be quick to turn the channel if I happen to catch it
Oh,
on.
yeah.
If I'm like at a bar or whatever, I'll check
Peace.
it out.
Peace.
I
Yeah.
don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not looking to change allegiances or anything like that.
Oh,
That's not happening. No.
I see your dad in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag FJF.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There's probably we're talking at most, a few hundred former A's fans become Giants fans of the, of the
In
hundreds
your
and
example,
thousands. We're talking maybe 500
for
total.
sure. I'm
There's going to
saying
be some.
in your example of we're at a bar, makes it
Mhm.
easy. I'll be the guy that's like, change the fucking channel. It makes me bitter. I am
Right.
scorned. I'm bitter. And I'm gonna be bitter. I've been bitter on Twitter. I've been bitter every time I talk about it. Like, and that's how I feel. That's how I think. Like,
Oh,
this
absolutely.
is not going to make me a Giants fan. Of anything, it makes me hate the Giants, not the players, not the coaches, not the fans. It makes me more enraged against the ownership and baseball as a whole.
Right.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, we can get into a bigger conversation about all this, at some other point if we want to, and obviously we will. Like, this is directly affecting us. This is directly affecting our fandom and our,
absolutely.
frankly, our extracurricular, anything outside of work. The amount of games that we've gone to, uh, as adults, like I've dropped tens of thousands of like a couple, like maybe $20,000. I don't know how much, but I've dropped a lot of money into going to A's games over the last 20 years, 30 years, whatever it is. But yeah, it's going to be rough, and it's going to be, I don't know, more money to spend elsewhere. And there goes my phone where I could see the chat. Okay.
Yeah, I've spent thousands
Uh,
as well. I think we
I
all have on tickets,
right.
merch,
Oh yeah.
traveling,
I mean, I
buying
had
memorabilia
yeah,
cards,
yeah,
just all
I
of it.
former season ticket holder here, and
Yeah.
how many, like, I easily went to 30 games a year for 15 years or whatever the hell it was. Uh,
uh Pops is on here saying that Brandon Crawford said that the main reason he still isn't a Giant was one person in the front office. He's alluding to Farhad Zaini. I would actually argue that I would say that Brandon Crawford, I mean, uh, he's definitely served his time with the Giants, but at what value was he going to give to a team that's probably in the middle of rebuilding? Outside of being a voice in the locker room, but his bat wasn't there. Defensively, they had to move him to second base. Like, I think the Giants have kind of solidified what they have with their young kid over there for shortstop. So I just don't think that Brandon Crawford fit the needs of the Giants going forward. Not to
No,
say
that's
that
true.
he's going to be a legendary Giant, because he will be a legendary Giant. I just think
Yeah,
he
he's
didn't
gonna
fit
get
the
his
need.
he's gonna get a little plaque on the wall.
Yeah, for sure. So
Yeah. Okay, so Matt Chapman. That's done. Josh Donaldson, another former A, he's retiring after 13 seasons. He's it was kind of rough at the beginning of his career, but he finally was able to break through at the end of 2012. And when Brandon Inge got that injury, and then the team just took off, was in the middle of taking off, and he just rode the wave along with them and became a huge reason why they were able to steal that division on the last day. And
yeah,
he was
absolutely.
also on those Toronto Blue Jays teams. He won an MVP. When Joey Batista had the bat flip from hell, he set that thing flying. He was on the team on those teams with him. So he's a pretty good offensive contributor for a while there. The injuries kind of took him out in the last couple of years, especially. He just it wasn't there anymore, so he's calling it quits.
Well, let's also give Josh Johnson a shout out, because he was one of the first people to call out this ownership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even when he was playing
Way
for us, he
back.
called them
Absolutely.
out. So, shout out to Josh Donaldson. Always a true A in our hearts. So, bringer of rain. So hopefully,
Right.
bringer of fun times in retirement for you. The Oakland Ballers have released their new jerseys. These weren't even out available to look at the Fan Fest. So,
Have you guys seen these?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very cool. I like these a lot. I don't know if we can post a picture, but we'll see if we can post one on our when we do the recap for tomorrow and whatnot. But
My
these
dad
jerseys look
said
great.
my dad said that Brandon Inge was the best 200 hitter he's ever seen, and there's some truth to that, to be sure.
Here,
And we're actually looking at these Ballers jerseys now.
I'm really digging those white ones, man. I really am.
Yeah, that's a good look at it. It looks a lot better than the drawing. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I like the white.
Yeah,
I like the white.
a little off white. I like it. It's like a cream color almost. Here's your away, I guess, right?
It has that darker green, like the
B
used to
and
wear in the early 2000s, like
right.
the Miguel Tejada years.
Yeah, the B and the S, it almost looks like there's like a bridge or something. Like it looks like structures or something is building. Like, or
And
same here with the Oakland.
This is their alternate jersey. This is their alternate jersey.
The pullover.
Mm-hmm. I like those too, man. I probably will get the white one. I'm a sucker for a white jersey.
They're only $90. Also, like these are a reasonable price point.
Yeah,
that's doable for a lot of fans. If you're a former season ticket holder for the A's, and now that you're not spending money on the A's, maybe you slide over to some independent baseball, get a jersey for half the price.
What's great too is, did you guys see the renderings for the ballpark that they want to renovate?
Yep.
I used to work around the corner from there, and it was literally across the street from my job, so I was able to walk around that park. So on my lunch breaks, I would walk around that park at least 2 or 3 times a week. Take my lunch break, go for a walk, get outside, especially on the nice summer days. And to see that park get new life, and there's a fairly new housing development that happened there a couple years ago. There's tons of families that live there, and what they pledge to the city of Oakland. I mean, essentially they had to fill out all the paperwork, and it was like they were gifting the renovations. They had to declare that it was a gift to the community. So for the city to accept this gift, there was like proper paperwork needed to be done. But other than the dates that the Ballers are using to play their games, you're going to have little league games there. You're having high school games there. There's a technology. So if you're a high school kid, you can see how hard you throw, see how hard you hit. So there's going to be all these advanced stats so to help kids get recruited, get into colleges, get into the minor leagues, things like that. Um, it's just an amazing thing that they're doing, not just to put baseball out there, but to be a part of the community and to offer something to the community. Something that John Fisher and the A's need to take note of, no matter what community you're in, is that fandom is not fandom is earned, and you need to participate within the community. We don't owe you anything.
Yep.
We don't have to buy your product. We don't have to buy
Yeah.
baseball product. Like, you have to earn it. And right now, the quality of baseball is down. The quality of the sport is down. The quality of the product that you put the players in, how you treat fans, it's down. It's a bad product, and I'm frankly really not supporting MLB. I'm gladly going to give up a lot of money to the Ballers because they want to be in this community. And in their first year, they're pledging over $1 million to the community to get this stadium ready to go for their first season. I mean, it's amazing.
A prime
Yeah, and
example of that is Wrexham, right? That's a good example. You had two
Absolutely.
Hollywood owners that town was like, who the hell are you? Like, yeah, you're Hollywood, but what are you gonna do to make my team better? And the first thing they did was they went out to the community, they met everyone, and they made sure they stand on what they talked about. You know, like, we're here to pledge back to the community, and they have. They've done an excellent job, and that's why that team is beloved over there.
and
And
they're
what's crazy is it's not just the Oakland Ballers. There's the Sacramento club that they also own, that they're also doing this in Sacramento. I don't know as much about what's going on in the Sacramento. I've been so into the Ballers, but they started
Oh, they're
another
Pioneer.
team in the
yeah,
Pioneer
yep.
League for the Sacramento area. So they're committed to the Bay Area. They're committed to Sacramento. They're committed to where these teams play in their communities, and that's amazing.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yeah, this is great, and it goes to show you these are all things that the A's could have done in the
Dude,
community to
can
build.
you imagine?
Like, if they had dropped if they had dropped $1 million to help renovate some, like, some parks and stuff like that, how much goodwill that would have gone.
Exactly.
How many how many kids would be excited to go to a baseball game at a crappy little ball at a crappy old
Exactly.
ballpark? I mean,
You would
it's more
think
than just throwing some astroturf down and putting an elephant statue up in fucking right field, man.
that, like, if you really wanted the city of Oakland to give you a bunch of money and the citizens to take your side, you would think as a big business, you would say, all right, let's go get a little park. Let's sponsor a little park and throw $3 million at it and put all these community benefits in it for $3 million to generate good publicity. I mean, you could have did that last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. You
Hell, 3 million, you could have done that to like 5 or 6 parks, and not to the extent that the
that's what I'm
Ballers are
saying.
doing. Yeah,
And you could have did all that. And then now you build equity with the fans that you truly want to be in this community. Instead, you're just looking for a handout. I mean, the A's have done one charity event in Las Vegas, and it was a photo op. They generated almost nothing. Like, it was a photo op of Cavill and these other schmucks trying to steal their money. It's ridiculous. The A's, John Fisher, Dave Cavill, they're all slimy people that can't get anything done. So it's so maddening.